Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ima Uchendo and you can call me the bookkeeping expert. In today's video in this YouTube channel, I am going to share with you the 3 softwares that I use to run my profitable bookkeeping business. The 3 softwares which I use to run my profitable bookkeeping business. A lot of people have been asking me, what type of software do you use? Which software do you use to offer bookkeeping services to your clients? How much does it cost? Which software do you use? We would like to know. And I have decided to share the exact softwares that I use to run my own profitable bookkeeping business. And I believe that these softwares can also help you start and launch your own profitable bookkeeping business. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive deep to learn the exact softwares that I use in my bookkeeping business. Software number 1 that I use is QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks is a very amazing software, a very awesome software which I use to render and offer bookkeeping services to my clients in my bookkeeping business. And why do I prefer to use QuickBooks against every other softwares that exist? One thing with QuickBooks is that it is globally accepted. It works in almost every country on planet Earth. It is globally accepted, and it also offers that functionality for you to work from anywhere you are. Of course, it is QuickBooks Online. It is a cloud-based software, and it is one of the perfect tools for offering bookkeeping services from any location where your bookkeeping business is located. Another thing with QuickBooks Online is that I do not have to pay for the software as a bookkeeper. Yes, because I am a pro advisor. I've gone through the QuickBooks examination. I have written the examination. I have passed the examination. Now I have the opportunity to work with the QuickBooks accountant, the QuickBooks Online accountant, which is the version that is given to pro advisors, through which I can offer my bookkeeping service to clients. So personally, or in my bookkeeping firm, I do not pay for QuickBooks that I use, but my clients gets to pay for the QuickBooks that they use. So one simple or one major requirement that each of my bookkeeping clients are expected to meet is that they are expected to have QuickBooks. Okay, if you do not have QuickBooks and you want me to do your bookkeeping for you, you are expected to sign up on QuickBooks. So this way they get to invite me as the accountant. They have their own login details. I have my own login details. I have my own software. They have their own software. Their own software is paid for. Mine, I do not have to pay for it. So when they invite me as their accountant, I can simply log into their software and be able to offer them bookkeeping services on a monthly and yearly basis. Okay, so the number 1 software that I leverage in my bookkeeping business is the QuickBooks Online software. And I believe if you are running a bookkeeping firm or you're planning to start one, then you should consider QuickBooks Online. All right, it is very user friendly. It is something you can learn. It's something you can implement. It's something you can use in your bookkeeping business. Now, software number 2 that I use in my bookkeeping business is Sage accounting software. Now, for many people, they prefer to use only one bookkeeping software or accounting software in their bookkeeping business, okay? But personally, I prefer to use 2 accounting software. So the first one I use is QuickBooks and the second one I use is Sage. Now, why do I use Sage? I use Sage because a lot of the clients that comes to me are already using Sage, and Sage was one of the first accounting or bookkeeping software that I learned. Okay, so I use both QuickBooks and both Sage accounting software to offer bookkeeping services to my clients. Just like QuickBooks Online, Sage is also a cloud-based software. It is an online software that also gives you that opportunity to work from any location you have. They also have their own pro advisor certification examination, which you need to write to become a pro advisor or a reseller of that software. So Sage is a perfect tool which you can use to offer your bookkeeping services to your clients and serve them effectively and efficiently. So for you to be able to use Sage to offer your bookkeeping services to your clients, one thing you must do is to go through their pro advisor course, okay, and get certified. All right, and once you get certified with Sage, just like QuickBooks, they will also grant you access to use the Sage accounting software for free. Okay, and just like QuickBooks also, your clients are the ones who get to pay for their own version or for their own software, while you enjoy this software for free. And if a business or a client want to onboard you, they just simply have to invite you from their own software, and you will get a notification in your email, and from there you'll be able to accept their invitation to be their accountant or to be their bookkeeper. And once you accept that, sign in with your username and password into your own software, you will see that that client has automatically been added into your QuickBooks software as a client. So you'll be able to offer bookkeeping services to them without necessarily asking for their own login, okay? Because they have their own software with their own login, and you have your own software with your own login. As it is also in QuickBooks, their own version of Sage, they have to pay for it, but you, the accountant, don't have to pay for your own version of Sage software. Why? Because you have gone through the pro advisor examination and you have passed it, and therefore you have been granted access to use the Sage accountant software for free as a bookkeeper to offer bookkeeping services to your clients. Now, finally, the last accounting or bookkeeping software that I use in my firm is the QuickBooks Desktop. Now, a lot of bookkeepers don't like servicing clients who use QuickBooks Desktop, and in most cases, clients who use QuickBooks Desktop are asked to upgrade or to transition to using either Sage Online or QuickBooks Online. But in my own bookkeeping firm, I also service clients who use what? Who use QuickBooks Desktop. But I do not use it to offer them bookkeeping service, okay? Because it's not feasible, it's not easy, it is not easy to manage, and it's not easy to scale. So since I do not use QuickBooks Desktop to offer them bookkeeping service, what do I actually use it for in my bookkeeping firm? What I use it for is I deploy it for them. I install it for them. So there are clients who wants to use QuickBooks Desktop. They don't want to use QuickBooks Online. They prefer to use QuickBooks Desktop, maybe because of the nature of their business, especially those who are into manufacturing and the rest of them. So they prefer to use QuickBooks what? Desktop. So for such clients, I do not offer them bookkeeping service. If you want my organization, if you want my bookkeeping business to offer you bookkeeping service, you have to either use QuickBooks Online or Sage Online, okay? But for other clients who do not use either of these two softwares, I sell QuickBooks Desktop to them, okay? So they prefer to use desktop. I just resell the software to them. I install the software for them. I teach them how to use the software, and I provide support to them for their QuickBooks Desktop. So these are the three important softwares that I use in my bookkeeping firm. And if you're thinking of starting your own bookkeeping firm today, I'll ask you to consider one out of these three softwares which I have mentioned. You can choose to go with one, you can choose to go with two, or you can choose to go with three. But most bookkeepers prefer to go with one, and that one is often QuickBooks Online. All right, I believe you learned a lot. In my next video, I'll talk about other tools and other CRM management tools that I use in my organization. If you got value in this video, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell. Also, drop me a comment and tell me which bookkeeping software you use in your organization. Which one do you know very well? Which one are you a pro advisor on? Tell me about the one you know, the one you use, or the one you feel is the best for your own bookkeeping business in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. I would love to read from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.